Hi guys, this is Joe from webmastertheweb.com. Please visit the site for more great tutorials. Today, I'm going to be going over how to create a blog from scratch. But before we get into the technical bits, I want to go over some of the reasons why you would want to create a blog and what you might want to blog about. It's pointless to show you how to create a blog without giving you at least a couple of minutes to get your mind going about what your blog's going to be about. Why? So, why create a blog? There's a number of reasons. It could be to share your ideas or knowledge with the world, to help people and make a difference, or to have fun and be creative. These days, fun and creativity are scarce resources. Whether you're at work or school, you have to play inside the box, color within the lines. Most people don't have full control to do or try new things. With your own blog, you can do what you want, try new things, and have fun doing it. That's awesome. Also, setting up a blog will allow people with similar interests to gravitate towards you and your site. Let's say you have a blog about nude horseback riding, people that love to ride horses buck naked. Is it buck naked or butt naked? Whatever. Anyways, they will seek you out and they'll come after you. I'm not sure if it's a positive that nude equestrians come after you, but they will. And this takes hard work. It isn't magic. Don't be like, hey Joe, I put up a blog about naked horseback riding and not a one blah 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 showed up blah blah blah. You suck. It doesn't work like that, guys. It takes hard work and you'll have to put in the legwork. Last but not least is to make money. Make money. You're always hearing about people making money online. That can be you. It could be some extra cash to go out to a nice dinner once a month, maybe not so nice, maybe McDonald's, Burger King. But the number one goal when you're starting out should be to pay for hosting and have it be a self sustaining blog. How great would you feel if you got to be creative and have fun with your blog? Yay, fun! And it's not costing you a damn penny. It's gonna feel great. Now, some people even do this as a full time job. It really depends on how hard you go at it and how dedicated you are to your blog and learning how to make it successful. And I'll help you every step of the way. Right now, I make anywhere from six to $10,000 a month online. I have a full time job, a full time wife, and a full time kid. And I make passive income. What income is making money by doing nothing. So I'm making money while I sleep, I'm making money while I eat, I'm making money while I'm at my full-time job. It's like having two jobs, but I only have to go to one. In the beginning, the startup phase is hard and time intensive. Once you get it going, though, it doesn't have to consume your life. What should I blog about? What should you blog about? One word: passion. Something that you are very passionate about. It's really, really hard to fake passion. For example, one of my passions is poker. I love poker. Hold'em, stud, Raz, PLO, tournament style, cash style, limit, no limit. I can calculate the number of outs. It's second nature to me. Open ender, 8 outs, flush draw, 9 outs, gutter ball, 4 outs. I know the best places to play poker in Atlantic City. It's the Borgata, Las Vegas, Bellagio. Even underground games in New York City, I know about it because I love poker. I can talk poker all day long. Poker, 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 poker. I can't even say it right. I'm saying it so fast. Anyways, I hope it's evident to you I am passionate about poker. If you have something that you know and love, like I love poker, blog about that. The second part of this sentence is what you want to be passionate about. Right now, for me, I've been pretty obsessed with getting good at WordPress. I'll admit it, I am a beginner, but I've been in the tech industry long enough that I think I can figure it out and also help other people that are noobs to get better at it. So if you're learning something new that you're really, really interested in, that can be a great way to start blogging. Because after all, you're researching and learning about the subject matter, and that'll give you a ton of material to write about. How do I get started? You've already started by watching. Keep watching. Keep watching the video. I want you to view this video in its entirety, from minute zero, I guess, to the end, so that you know you can do this before going out and spending any sort of money on hosting. I'll say this again. I want you to view this video in its entirety, from beginning to end, before you go spending any money on hosting. I'm going to front load this video on how to install and use WordPress so you can see how easy it is, and give you the details on how to sign up for hosting with Bluehost later on. I actually have the link here if you want to go check it out now, but I'll give a detailed explanation at the end about what certain options are, what you need, what you don't need. If you don't feel comfortable using WordPress after viewing this video, watch it again and watch it again. If you don't feel comfortable, don't buy the hosting plan or domain name. It just doesn't make sense unless you feel confident. So let's move on to installing WordPress and using it. Alright guys, so this is the technical portion of the video. I've already signed up with Bluehost. I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. So once you log in, you click on hosting. Boom, boom, boom. Then you click on website. And now you can see here WordPress. Use WordPress. Waiting. What it's doing now is syncing up with Mojo Marketplace and Bluehost. They talk to each other on the back end. This guy right here shows up whenever there's a loading bar. That was relatively quick. So here we want a brand new install of WordPress. Click. This is which domain. This is actually the same domain, but it lets you pick with www or not. I like www. I think most people on the internet like www for no good reason, because, you know, we all want to be on the World Wide Web. So we check the domain. What this is doing is making sure that there are no files that are going to be overwritten in your home directory, but there are. You're usually going to get this message right here where it says, oops, looks like something already exists there. I understand that continuing will overwrite the files. If you don't know what is in your home directory already, that's okay. When you might not want to do this is, let's say you already have WordPress installed. Clicking this will override what you currently have, so make sure you don't do that. So you say, okay, check the box. And here, I want to show the advanced options. Whoops, I want to show the advanced options. What I want to change is admin username right here. This actually shows up on the website, let's say in the URL when you're looking at the profile, and you cannot change it after you set up WordPress. So enter in whatever you want. The standard these days is admin, but you can enter in Joe. Admin username is not what actually shows up. You can change your nickname so it shows up as Joe or Mommy Cakes or whatever you want. Password, Joe Shin is cool. And the email address you want WordPress to send all, automated messages and notifications to. I have read the terms of GPL version 2. That just is some open source license. You can read it. I know it by heart already, so just kidding. So this is going to take probably a minute or so. Like I said, this green guy comes up when it takes any amount of time. And during this time, what you can do is think about what your title is going to be for the site. Clearly, I'm just going to name it Flop to Flop. You can name it something not your domain, but usually your domain. Tagline, you can think about what you're going to add for the tagline. That's usually a small, brief description about what your website is. So since this blog or website is going to be about poker, and people, reading poker blogs always wants to be a pro, I'm going to put think like a poker pro. How great is that? And what else you can do while you are waiting is open up a new tab. And if you go Creative Commons image search, yes. The first one that comes up is this. This means that you can use any images that show up here, without paying for it. So I'm gonna put poker, and all these great images show up about poker, and I don't have, and I can just use any of them if I want. I already have downloaded images, but what you would do is you would go click on it, you would right click and then say save image as, and then put it all into a directory. So this is still running the installation. Great. I'm actually not fast forwarding through this because I want you guys to know, it takes around this amount of time. I don't want you guys to be waiting and freaking out. Cool. This is the last step, updating installation records. So in about 10 seconds, no, 5 seconds. There it is. So guys, ignore everything after your password line. You don't need all this. They're just trying to upsell you stuff. And you don't need it. Here is the site URL. When you click on it, it opens in a new window. And this is currently your blog. This is your blog. Great. Let me close this tab out. Boom. Boom. And this is your login URL where you can admin your stuff. Please bookmark it once you get to it. Cool. I'm going to bookmark it. Admin. Joshin is cool. Remember me? Yes, please do. So now you're logging in and boom, this is your logged in page. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is use Jetpack. If you don't have this bar up here and you don't have a Jetpack on your left nav, what I want you to do is click plugin, or hover over plugin and add new. We need to look for Jetpack. And here where it says update now, it should say install now, just like this. You would click it, let it install, and say activate plugin, and you should get this thing right here. So let's click Jetpack. What Jetpack is that it gives you access to around 30 or so plugins, all for the cost of just installing one plugin. It'll let you do social stuff really easily. It'll let you do contact form. It'll even give you embedded stats on who visited your site. I know you can do that with Google Analytics, but it's really nice that they just give it to you right out of the box, WordPress stats. So the only caveat is that you have to have a WordPress.com account, which is easy. You just click this button, connect to WordPress. And I'm actually logged in already. So let me sign out first just to show you what it looks like. There it is. So it looks like this. If you don't have an account, just click on need an account and just sign up for it. It'll send you a verification email to the email address that you put here, and you just, activate it, and that's it. Right now, I already have one, so joseph.board.com, and my password, I think that's it. Then you just authorize Jetpack. This allows Jetpack on your installation to talk to WordPress.com. And Jetpack is a plugin that's put out by WordPress.com, so that's why. Cool. Jetpack is installed and ready to go now. Okay, great. So let's hold off on using Jetpack for the time being. I just wanted to get that out of the way. And let's change what our blog looks like. If you remember, it looks like this. I really am not a big fan of the 2013 theme. WordPress releases a default theme with their package every year. This is 2013 because it's 2013, and they have one 2012, 2011, etc. So here, let's go to Appearance, click Themes. Let's install themes. If you want to browse like the popular ones, you can say, okay, let me look at the featured themes and see what's popular. However, you can just do a search you can check any of these attributes that you like. These are kind of more for advanced users, but sometimes I just like clicking find themes with none of it so I can see all of it. And these themes are 100% free. People put it up here and you can just use them for free. And when you get to the bottom, just wait a little bit and it just loads up more. I actually have one that. Oh, one extra thing is that if you like it, if you want to preview a theme, you just click on it and it'll show you on the right hand side what it'll look like. If you don't like it, press this close here. If you click back, it'll take you back to the search box and it's really annoying and you'll lose your spot. This is the theme I like and I think it'll look great for our poker site. So I'll click on it, really like it, click install, click activate, and that's it. Now if we go back to our site and reload it, our theme has been installed. Now you can do a little celebration dance, yay, because we have kind of customized our blog. And you notice up here this bar, only you see that. If you're logged out because you're an admin. If other users, they won't see that, so what they will see is everything below that. So what we want to do now, one thing I want to mention is I like to have two tabs open, one for the blog and one for the admin, so I can just go back and forth between them and just reload and see what my site looks like live, and then just go right back to it. So remember before I said think of a title and a tagline? Let's change that. So here under appearance, we want to go to customize. And here, site title and tagline, I said I wanted to make it flop the flop. And then here for the tagline, I want to make it think like a poker pro. Exclamation point. Let's close that. Colors. I don't like this gray background color. I want to make it a little more lively, a little more pokery, if you will. Click green, and I'm going to drag it down so it's a little dark. I like that. Background image, I don't like background images, but you may, so you can just go ahead and drag files here and it'll just put in the background image. You can see this is a live preview. It says flop to flop, think like a poker pro. This is exactly what your blog's going to look like. Save and publish. It's saved, close. Now, if we go back to the other tab and click reload, your changes are here. No celebrating yet though. Now, let's post something. So let's go back to our admin tab and click post and add new. You can do it here, you can do it here, you can even do it here, but I'm just gonna do it here. So my first post is gonna be poker tips, and what I want to do for text is dummy text generator. Sure. Here it is. Let's say I want 5 paragraphs because that is what all good articles must have. All I have to do is select all, copy, go back, and paste it. This is a little boring, so I want to say, okay, add media. I want to insert media, upload files, select files. Was that too fast? So go to insert media, click upload files, and you can drag stuff here. I like selecting it. I have a poker directory and poker tips. Let's do this one. This is a very nice image. On the right over here, you can set the alignment. I like it aligned left. I don't like it to link to anything. That means if they click on the image, where should it go? I think it should go nowhere. And the size, That's actually a good size. I'm going to say insert into post. There it is. And I'm going to publish it. And you can see that, well, you can see down here for sharing, it has show sharing buttons by default. So now when I go back to here and then I reload it, I see my post here. When I click into it, I see my image, I see my text, but I don't see any sharing buttons. I wonder why. Oh, because I didn't set it up yet. We'll get to that later. So we go back here to our blog main page, and it's kind of bland. There's no image here and there's no image here. So let's go back to our admin area and set that image. So all you have to do is go here and say set featured image. Click on it, set featured image, and that's it. Update. Oops. Now when we go back to our blog and reload the main page, our featured image is right there and it's cropped perfectly. I will show you how to crop, like if this image doesn't show up as perfect as you want, or this image doesn't show up as perfect as you want, I will show you how to do that on the next post. So let's do another post. Okay, so for the next post, let's do add new again. I'm going to make this post a review about Borgata review. I'm gonna put the dummy text in again. Of course, I mean, I'm putting dummy text, but when you put it in, make sure you write something good that people are interested in. So let's add media, insert media, upload files, select files, and this is the Borgata. Open, cool, none, insert into post. There it is. And now let's set the featured image. Set as featured image. Great. And let's publish it. Now when we go here and reload this page, we should see this right here. Great. This looks terrible. You can see that since the image isn't large enough here, it started repeating it here. If you notice, this guy in the white is here. This guy in the white, this guy here, this guy here. So we don't want that to happen. So let's go back to our admin area, and we need to add a plugin. In order to do that, we go scroll down into plugins and add new. What plugin you want to get is called Post Thumbnail Editor. That's P-O-S-T, there it is, Thumbnail Editor. Search plugins. It's this first one, Post Thumbnail Editor with 4.5 stars. Install now. Are you sure you want to? Yes. Cool. I want to activate the plugin. So now the plugin is activated. So we just go back to our posts and list all the posts. Go to Borgata Review. And now when you notice, you go back to the featured image over here, it says Post a Thumbnail Editor. Click it. And this shows you your image and all the different size thumbnails. Like all images that WordPress uses are just called thumbnails. It doesn't need to be small. It could be medium, large. These Primo ones, the ones prefaced with Primo, are specific to the theme. You can see Primo slide image is the main slider that we see up here. Featured image is the one that we see down here. And portfolio image, I'm not actually sure, but we're not going to use it. So the Primo image, or a slide image, we can just drag to what we want. I want the Borgata there. Uh, yeah, I think that to the top is best. You can actually make it smaller and just have, you know, Borgata like that. However, then it's gonna blur out your image. So just drag it full width if you can. And all you have to do is actually click on these options things and click on crop and save. Now when you click crop and save, it'll crop and save. Cool. So now when you go to your website and you click reload, you can see that that guy in the white isn't repeated on the right and it's cropped exactly the way we want it. Let's go back. Let's go back. Great. And this hello world post is really, really bothering me. So let's just get rid of it. Go into posts. It says hello world. You just hover over it and you could just say trash it because that's not what we want. Okay. Now I'm just going to make you sit through one more post and it's good for repetition anyways, just so you really, really get it. Let's add a new post. Another one. Add new. This time I'm going to do Bellagio review. Bellagio review. Add in some text. I'm going to add media. I'm going to upload a file. And Bellagio. I don't want it to link to anything. And that's it. Insert into post. Here, I'm going to set a featured image. This is the Bellagio. It's set as featured image. Now, I already know that I want to edit this. Post thumbnail editor. Let's see what I want. Whoops. See, you shouldn't do that. You should always click Primo slide image. I like that. Crop and save. Cool. I'm going to close this tab. I'm going to go here and I'm going to put publish. And now we can go back to our site, click reload. This hello world thing. All right, hello world is gone. Thank goodness. Here's the Bellagio review. And you can see our beautiful, beautiful slider going at it. I love this image. Cool. We are not even done yet though. You can see that this thing still doesn't really look like a poker site. I don't really like these link colors, and this black just seems blah to me. So what you do is go back into your admin area. Click on or hover over appearance, and you can go into these Primo settings. This is custom for this theme. It'll sometimes say theme name settings. Sometimes it'll say theme options. Sometimes you'll get like a new theme option right above appearance, sometimes right above plugin. So it really depends on which theme it is. Some themes don't even have settings. Here you can see that you can change some colors. So the link color, I'm going to just say green. I love this green. You can also add a favicon. That's how you say it, not fave icon. It's a favicon. That's how all the cool people say it. Anyways, what you can do is go to try icons. I don't know why I'm being so anal about that. And you can search for an icon right here at the top right. I like searching for card. Credit cards, no, here it is. This is the one I like, card. And what you want to do is click on PNG. Click on it, click download. It'll download it. And I've already unzipped this somewhere, so, you know, I'm hoping you know how to unzip something. So go back here, upload. select files, and here is the unzipped directory. And you want to pick the 16 by 16. If it doesn't have a 16 by 16, pick another icon. That's the size that favicons are. So upload it. It's crunching. Why are you still crunching? There you go. These actually don't matter. You want to use the full size and just click insert into post. It's not a post, but that's what it says. And then save the settings. Cool. So here, let's reload it. And these links down here are green. I like these green links. And up here, if you look at the tab, it says, or it has that icon. Cool. One more thing that I want to show you, or a couple more things that I want to show you, is the header. Like I said, I don't really like this black thing here. What I want to do is choose a file. I have, whoops, I have this picture of a flop. I'm going to upload it. And once you upload it, this is the size that it has to be. So you want to crop it again. Crop is a fancy word for just cut it off. So this is the flop. That's what I want. That's perfect. Crop and publish. And that is what my new header looks like. It looks really good. And I'm going to save the changes. Once again, I can go here, reload it, and you can see the changes right there. Lastly, I want to add my, Facebook and Twitter to the top. So here, Primo settings again. And like I said, this is different with every theme. Some themes support social and make it really, really easy to put your icons where it looks great. Some don't make it so easy. So here, social. Just enter your Facebook ID, flop the flop, enter your Twitter ID, flop the flop, and that's it. Save the settings. Go here, and now when I reload the page, magically it shows up. Awesome. And if you look here, still says sample page. I don't like that. I wanted to say something like home, and then I wanted to say poker room reviews, so I can put these under there, and I wanted to say poker tips. So let's go back to our admin page and click on categories. So right now the only category is uncategorized. That's not good. So let's add one for poker, or poker room reviews. And here just write poker dash room dash reviews. This is the just read here. This is what search engines see, so it should still say something that's meaningful, but it can't contain spaces and stuff like that. So let's add new category. And I said I also wanted to put something for poker tips. Poker dash tips. Add new category. Cool. Next step is to actually categorize your posts. So click on all posts, and then do quick edit. And then here, let's say, okay, this is a poker room review update. Let's go quick edit here also. Uncheck categorize, uncategorize. This is also a poker room review update. Cool. Quick edit. This is actually a poker tip update. Great. Now these are all categorized in the correct spots now, but we still have to add them to the menu. So what we do is go to Appearance, Menus, and we can just say, okay, let's create this menu. I'll keep the name Menu 1. Create menu. and it creates this home one for me by itself. Let's say if I wanted to, hold on. Okay, cool. I like to auto add top level pages to this menu. That means whenever I create a page, it automatically appears here, which is kind of cool. And then I would say primary menu. That means that it's going to use this menu for the theme. I want to actually remove the sample page and keep home. Let's say if this wasn't here, some versions don't have it here or don't have the home automatically. So I'm going to show you how to do it. All you need to do is click link and type www.floptheflop.com, then just type home and then add it to the menu and it'll show up. Cool. And now let's add the categories. Add to menu. If you want poker tips to come first, oops, you can do that. Save menu. Now go back to, let's close that out. Here, reload. And if I click on poker tips, it shows poker tips. If I click on poker room reviews, it shows reviews. Let's say I wanted to go one step further though. And I wanted to say, Bellagio is West Coast, let's say. It's in Nevada and it's not on a coast, but let's just call it West Coast. And Borgata is the East Coast. So I think a lot of my users are going to want to just see one or the other. How do we do that? First, we go to categories. And let's create West Coast. Slug West Coast. Parent is Poker Room Reviews. So Poker Room Reviews, and then the subcategory is West Coast. Add new category. Let's do another one. East Coast. East Coast. And this is already set to Poker Room Reviews. Add category. You can see right here on the right, these double dashes mean that it's a subcategory. Now we have to go back to menus, which is under appearance, menus, categories, and then it says most used. Just click on view all to see all of them. Here they go. Click East Coast and West Coast, add to menu. You can see that it's gonna put it, like, I'll show you how it looks. When I save this menu and reload over here, it just shows them at the end, and that's not what I want. That's kind of weird because it doesn't have any context. East Coast what? West Coast what? But it does have context. I just need to drag these right here. Drag these right here. And these will now be the sub items. So let's save the menu. Go here, reload. Now it makes sense. I can actually just click on here and it'll load up all the reviews. However, if I just want to see the East Coast reviews, it says East Coast. That didn't work. You know why? Because I didn't categorize them. So go back to posts. Sorry, guys. I thought it would magically work. And do the quick edit again. Say, oh, Bellagio. That's a West Coast thing. Update. Borgata. That's a West Coast, or that's an East Coast thing. So, East Coast. Update. And now, when I come here and say East Coast, I see Borgata. West Coast, I see Bellagio. If I do both of them, I'll see both of them. So, now we know how to add these like cool sub menus and figure out how to do a menu. One thing I don't like here is that it still says admin. Admin. I don't like that. I want it to say something more personal like Poker Pro or something like that. So let's go back to the admin. Sorry, users, all users. And let's click through to admin. And this is where I can change stuff. Of course, stuff. If you scroll down to here, it says nickname required. That's actually what it's going to show. So let's do Poker Pro. Display name as Poker Pro. It shows up whatever you type. If you type in blah 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 blah, it actually shows up. But I just want Poker Pro. Cool. Update profile. And go back and just make sure that it worked. Poker Pro. But you can see the URL is still admin if you notice the bottom left. Let's close this out. I don't want to see that anymore. Cool. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do social stuff. When you click through to a post, usually when they get done reading the post, you want them to share it on Facebook by liking it or on Twitter. And I'm going to show you how to do that. If you go under settings, you'll see sharing. And this is something that's, that Jetpack makes really, really easy. All you have to do is come down here to sharing buttons and say, okay, I like Facebook, drag it down there. I like Twitter, drag it down there. What else do I like? I also like Reddit. Cool. But I don't like the order of these things. You can just change the order of these things around. I like, whoop, whoop. There we go. And it says sharing label, share this. You could make it like share this with your poker friend buddies. And I want it all for posts and pages. Cool. Save changes. And when I go back to this post and I reload it, magically this appears. That actually doesn't look that great because it's too long, but it's okay. You can just keep it, share this, and have it look really nice. Okay. Secondly, I want to show you how to add or change this side menu here. Right now it's full of stuff that I really don't care about, and I want to make it look nicer. So in order to make it look nicer, let's go back to the admin, go to appearance, and go to widgets. This is your main sidebar. You can see it says search, recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, meta. If you go back here, it's the same thing. This is really easy to use. I don't want meta, so you just drag it out. I don't want categories, since we have it in the menu, drag it out. Archives, drag it out. I don't care about recent comments, drag it out. Search, we have it right up here. It's pretty repetitive, so I'm going to drag it out. And what we're left with is recent posts. Cool. Like I said, Jetpack gives you a bunch of stuff that you can just add in. You could add in your Twitter timeline. You can add in your Gravatar profile. You can add in blog subscriptions. You can add in all these things. But I am going to add in a Facebook like box. Title, I'm not going to put a title. Facebook URL, https www.facebook.com. I'm going to use Facebook developers because they have a lot of followers. I'm not going to change height, whatever. If you find that your like box does not fit inside of this space, you can always just make this smaller until it fits. So show faces, show border, cool. I'm going to save it. Oh, and it's saved. So I'm going to go back here, click on reload. And look at that. A beautiful, beautiful like box. So people can visit your page and be like, I really like this page. Boom. Or I really like this post. Boom, boom, boom. So social is going to be, it's going to help you get people to your site. And it's also pretty good for SEO as well. So that's that. And you can just, drag in certain things and see what happens if I drag in, let's say, an image. Let's just drag it in. Yeah, I don't want to do that. But, you can experiment with all these things and you can reorder them. Let's say you want the like box first, which is actually a pretty good idea. You can go back here. You see how I just dragged it? And you will now notice this like box jump up to the top and recent posts drop down. I really like how that looks better. So let's keep it. Cool. And the very last thing that I want to show you is you want some sort of way for people to contact you. So let's make a contact us page is let's see. So we just want to go to page, the sample page. Let's get rid of it. Trash. Don't need it. Add a new one. And this is also part of Jetpack. That's why it's so great. We got the like box, we got the social sharing, and now we get a contact form. So it's gonna say contact the pro, whatever, corny. And you don't have to write anything here. You can just say add contact form. And this is exactly how it's gonna look like. You can edit it, but I'm not going to. Add this form to my post, and that's it. All you have to do is publish it. Remember how we said always add new pages to the menu? It's actually going to show up for free. We don't even have to do anything. Let's reload here. And there it is, Contact the Pro. And I'm logged in, so it'll show my information, but if you're a logged out user, it'll just have this, and when they submit this, it'll actually go to your email, whatever email you have for your profile. And that's it. Now we have a beautiful poker site, and all you have to do is keep adding new content and getting users to your site by telling people about it, by building links. I'll show you how to promote your site in another video, but now I'm going to show you how to sign up for hosting. I know all these other WordPress tutorial videos actually walk you through signing up as you are a retard or something like that. I'm actually just going to explain certain things and let you go and sign up on your own. I don't think you need me to show you how to fill out your name or whatever. So let me show you what these different options are and what you should get and what you should not get, and then you can go and sign up for hosting on your own. Okay, so this is how you sign up for hosting. One, go to webmastertheweb.com/bluehost. That's webmastertheweb.com Bluehost. If I can include the link in the video, I will. Otherwise, it'll be in the description. Now, when you use this link, you'll be opted into any sort of promotions that they're running. So just make sure to use this link to be included in the promotions that they run. Secondly, this link says, hey, Joe from Webmaster the Web sent you here, and I get a small commission. So if you thought that this video was really helpful to you, use the link. Otherwise, just, if you really hate me and thought this video was terrible, but you wanted to sign up for Bluehost anyways, just type in www.bluehost.com, whatever, Secondly, when you go to the site, there's a big green button in the middle of the page that says sign up now. So click that. When you click that, you'll get prompted to say, sorry, I'm actually pulling up the page now. You'll get prompted for a domain name. What a domain name is whatever you want.com. So it's www.yourblogname.com. In the example that I was using, it was floptheflop.com. It can be anything. The great thing with Bluehost is that they give you your domain name free for the first year. So usually, like if you go to GoDaddy.com or something like that and try to sign up for a domain name, it is $13, I think, 12.99, something like that. So here you're saving that money for the first year. After the first year, you'll get, charged, I think, something like $15 a year. But yeah, enter in the domain name that you want. If it's taken, it'll tell you, hey, it's taken, please choose another one. So keep going until you actually, find one that isn't taken. If it isn't taken, it'll say the domain you requested, blah.com, is available, and it'll prompt you to enter in your name, your address, your email, and you can pick a package. I suggest that you pick any package that you want. Keep in mind that you can cancel at any time and get a refund on the remainder of what you haven't used for hosting fully. So read the guarantee, pick the account plan. I actually like picking the 12-month because I just don't want to put all the money up front. You can see setup is free, primary domain registration is free, like I said. Site lock domain security, you don't want that, so uncheck that. Site Backup Pro, that's really up to you, but I don't like doing it. I'm going to make another video in the very near term how you can actually back up your site for free. So I opt not to do that. Search Engine Jumpstart, you don't need it. Domain Whois privacy is something that some of you may or may not want. It depends how private of a person you are. Whenever you register a domain, usually if you don't do this domain Whois privacy thing, then your information is public. It's like the phone book. So if I say, hey, who owns floptheflop.com, I can just find out and say, hey, it's Joe, and it'll have my address, email address, my phone number. So if you don't want anybody knowing who you are, then uh, tick that off. That's $9.99 per year. It's not a huge investment. It's less than $1 a month. I actually untick it because I don't care who knows who I am. People send me angry emails once in a while when they're not happy with something, but I find that a little entertaining, seeing frivolous complaints come in and people getting really angry about dumb stuff. So and then you fill out your billing information, read the terms of service, cancellation, blah blah blah, check it, and click next. From here, you'll notice that your charge will go through, or your charge will attempt to go through, and in the process of doing that, they'll show you a bunch of checkboxes that says, hey, give us more money. You don't need any of that. You can actually peruse it if you want, but I recommend that you don't get any of it. Then you click next and it'll say, hey, we charged your credit card, this is all the information, and then it'll give you a link to create the password. Click that, you create a password, and you're pretty much done. You'll get an email and probably a call from one of the reps saying, hey, welcome to Bluehost. And that's actually a person you can ask any question that you want, and they'll be really responsive. They'll give you their email address, their phone number, and you can just call them whenever you want for support, and they're right there. And that's pretty much it. You can log in at the top right corner of Bluehost. It says Control Panel Login, and you log in there, and you can just follow the steps that I outline in this video, and you'll have a blog in no time. So thanks guys for listening. I hope this video was very helpful to you, and please let me know in the comments if they were, or if you want me to create more videos about other things, because I'm just starting out here and I'm just looking for feedback on what you guys want and what I can do better. So please pass those along in the comments. Thanks.